Okay.
What we're going to do is join these stitches at the top of the beanie into a circle. So I have cut a length of yarn and threading it on my needle and working in the same direction as though I was knitting. So that is the last stitch I knitted. So the first stitch I'm going to capture is this one here, and I'm going to pull that through so I now can work on the cable, over the cable. So very carefully thread these stitches through thread the needle through the stitches like so. And I'm going to dodge the marker that was there because I don't want it forever embedded in my hat. And through the next few stitches. And I'm still carrying on the way that I was working down through these two stitches. And if I was knitting, I would still be knitting in this direction through these two. Sometimes it gets a little difficult. And I'm being careful to dodge the marker again and through these stitches now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have been all the way around once, leaving the stitches on the needle and being very careful not to spear the wool. Now I'm going to, that is done up as you can see, I'm going to put that on there and continuing as though I was knitting around. This time I'm going to knit the stitches off. So this one right off and pull that up, and right off and pull it up. Being careful not to spear the wool. That's the secret of this, no spearing of the wool. Now I'm to the marker that I don't need. I'm going to take it off and carry on in the same direction that I've been knitting all the time. You might wonder why I'm going around this twice, but it gives a really tight finish to it and the thing will never ever come undone. Take that one off, save that marker. This one and that. Turn the hat around and I'm still working in the same direction that I was knitting. Take it right off. And I'm pulling that down out of the way so I can be very careful not to spear the wool. Beautiful little markers my friend had here. Sorry about the plane. Fine, I'm all the way around. I like it. Now if we pull this thread here and pull it really tightly, can you see how it's pulling everything in for me? Pulling it all in tightly. Then when I've got that pulled up tightly, like that, then I can undo this safety pin. That is why I chose a safety pin and not a marker. Now I've got that pulled quite firmly, and this is the end with the needle on it. And now I pull that firmly, and you see me pulling it through and pull it quite firmly. And see how tiny that hole is? So now with my big finger, I put the needle onto my big finger and I'm going to flip the hat now to show you. The needle is still on my big finger, so once again I've been very, very careful not to spear the wool. Pull that through, just check and make sure you've got it all. When you've pulled it through, then you can finish this off. and no way is that going to get a bigger hole. That's a lovely, if you're going to do a pinhole cast on, if you're starting from the centre and working out, you should be able to do a pinhole cast on that only has this tiny hole in the middle. That is for another video. And then back a couple. And now just cut off the end. Like so. That's the inside, and that is the outside. And thank you very much, Mrs. Camera Lady Effie. Thank you.